Always wear eye protection. Secure or remove loose clothing, jewelry, hair, and accessories. Closed-toed shoes should always be worn when in the STEM lab. Always be sure you clean up after yourself and leave nothing on the floor. Don't use earbuds or headphones during class. If you want to dampen the sound of the machine, we have earplugs in the lab. Always clean up at the end of class if you used a machine. Don't distract operators when they're using a machine, because this could lead to injury. Always tell your instructor if there are any breakages in the machines.
Push stock to the downward motion side of the disc. Use light to moderate pressure so you don't burn the wood. Keep your hands away from the disc. Use the eraser after you turn off the disc sander to slow it down and clean the disc.
When using a drill press, use a backer board underneath your stock. Use moderate pressure when drilling and pull the bit back out often to clear out scraps from your cut. Choose the right speed for the bit size you're using as well. When using a miter saw, keep your hand about 6 inches away from the blade. Align the blade to the waist side of the stock. Wait for the blade to reach full speed before cutting your stock. Don't use excessive pressure when cutting, and after cutting, wait for the blade to stop completely before lifting the blade up.
Adjust the upper guard to about 1/4 of an inch above the stock while the machine is stopped. Never stand or allow others to stand to the right of the bandsaw when it is running. Use relief cuts if you have sharp curves. Always allow the saw to reach full speed before feeding your work into the saw. Never make adjustments while the saw is running, and if you hear a clicking noise, turn the saw off at once. This indicates a crack or kink in the blade as it passes through the guide.
Always adjust the blade to 1/4 inch above the stock when cutting. Always use a fence when ripping stock, less than 6 inches wide. Use a sled when cross-cutting stock. Always
Use the downward motion side of the disc sander.
Never.
Back out on a cut on the table saw.